Hey guys, and welcome to the second chapter of this course. In this chapter, we're going to start with the wall and floor textures. We're going to make some textures for the wall, floor, and let me isolate the wall and floor material and also the window, curtain, and the little glass here, and also a little bit of tiles and these two outlets. So let's get started with the masking first. Go to layers and create a folder. Call that, let me, here, yeah. Let's call that left wall. All right. Give it a color, right click and add color to this folder. Make another folder and maybe let's call this west and name this one north. So add a blue color to that and also another folder, name that floor and add a different color to that. We need one more or maybe two. We have a curtain and the window, so let's go and name that C and another color. This one window, and we are out of color now. Yeah, good. Let me hide all of this and create some mask for the wall. So as you can see inside the texture set list, if I open the UV tiles, you can see we have tiles 1 to 15, and if I switch to UV mode or F3, as you can see we have tiles 1 all the way to 15, and if I zoom you can see the parquets in 5 tiles. Also tile 6 is the dummy. We go back to 3D view. It's the dummy floor here, this box, and it's going to block the lights shine through the between the parquets. So let's go back to 3, and also in tile 7 we have the window wall, and the back I made that a little bit smaller because that's not that important. Here, the back of the wall, you can see that. So, and also I guess 4 tiles for the actual wall tiles and the outlets, and the north wall, curtain and window with glass. These two are glass. So yeah, let's go back to the view and select the wall. Go and select this little icon. It's going to give you an ability to mask based on tiles. As I move my mouse over the tiles, as you can see, you can select them all or select part of the mesh. So let's go and exclude all. Now in 3D view I can go over this wall, and if I drag and drop a base material to the west wall, it's going to affect only this west wall, and that's what we need. So let me delete that. All right, let's select the north wall. Also, let's go to the west wall and select the tiles. Maybe part of them, or let's create another folder. This way we can effect on the tiles separately. So let's name this tiles and a color. Alright, disable this, select the north wall, go to tile filter, or let me see the actual name. There's no name, mask by UV tile. Yep, that's the name. Also, you can switch between mesh names here or UV tiles if you have proper naming convention added to your model. So let's exclude all and only this tile. Select the floor, exclude, and let me go to top view and also go to orthographic view. I guess that's F5 and F6. Yep. Exclude all and drag and drop the selection. Alright, go to curtain, exclude all and select only the curtains, and yeah, window, exclude all and select the window tile and the tiles. Let me see here, exclude and include all of the tiles. Alright, now we have all folders sitting there, ready to go. Alright, and let me hit F5 or select the perspective view from top and focus only on this wall. Unfortunately, we are just be able to mask based on material or isolate based on materials. So if I hide this, it's going to hide all of the tiles that corresponding to this wall and floor material. So we can't isolate only this wall. So let's work that like so. Let me add a folder inside this folder and call that height. We are going to start with height, and just like the substance designer, and height inside substance painter, it's going to translate to the normal when you're exporting your textures here. Ctrl Shift E. Alright, let me add a fill layer. I'm going to rename this fill layers after finishing the height. So for now it's called fill layer 1. So let me drag this property, I guess here. Yep, it's much better. Inside the property of the fill layer or simple material, base material, you have your color, height, roughness, metal, normal, and in this case scattering, cause we are in where is it, the shader, we are in ASM metallic roughness, but with scattering channel enabled. You can disable the scattering channel or add another channel by hitting this plus button here. Also, the unsupported materials or channels It's going to work when you're rendering the scene, but you are not be able to see the opacity, for example, inside viewports. So keep that in mind. All right, back to business. Let's go and inside starter assets, let's go to textures or textures. Let me find a suitable height for the wall. Maybe this one is good, but combining that with the maybe this one. So let's go and disable all of the channels except height and add a black mask to the height here. Select the height. It's going to be selected by default when you creating the mask. So just add a fill layer to the mask, and inside the fill layer we can play with our grayscale values inside textures. So let's drag and drop the grunge inside the grayscale value input. Let's go back to our material and add a little bit of positive height. If I drag that up, oh, it's disabled. The whole folder is disabled, so can't see anything. Add a little bit of height, and yeah, this is looking good. All right, now let's add another fill layer to the mask. So go to this magic wand and add a fill layer. Change the before changing, let me add a grayscale value. Yeah, this is the one. This look like a plaster wall, but we need to rotate that. So let's go to the property of the grayscale value, and here we have rotation. Rotate that 90 degree. All right. Now let's go to our mask and this grunge, the second grunge, and yeah, for some reason my drop down is opening on the other monitor, so I'm going to change the blending mode to multiply. All right. I'm not seeing the effect really clearly, so let me switch between the blending mode. I'm just selecting and deselecting, and just with arrow keys switching between the blending modes. Let me go back to normal and just reduce the opacity of this second grunge. Yeah, that's going to work. Let's go back to first grunge and scale that maybe 2 times. All right. Hold shift and right click and drag your light to see the effect more clearly. All right, that's looking good. So let's add a little bit of imperfection to the wall. Let me call this maybe base height, and Control D to duplicate the whole thing. And let me delete the second grunge and call that INP perfection. And let me disable the first layer. Go to grunge map, and let me find a really distorted grunge, something like maybe this one is not bad, so drag and drop it to the grayscale value. Alright, that's good. So let's go back to material. This time add a little bit of negative height. Alright, enable the bottom height, and maybe in this material add a little bit more negative height. Alright, go to grunge map and maybe a little bit more contrast, but if you wanted to see only the mask, just hold Alt, click on the mask, and here we have our mask visible. Go to grunge, add more contrast, like so. Alright, that's looking good. Now maybe add a little bit more positive to the bottom layer. Alright. And I don't want this effect, the second height, to be affected around the window or maybe some other places. So to do that, let's select the mask and add a paint layer. And in the paint property, all the way down, you have ability to switch between white and black color, or simply hit X to invert that. Alright, now we are going to subtract this paint out of the grunge. So let's change the blending mode to subtract. One more time, it's opening on the other screen, and yeah, change this to subtract, and it's white, so start painting. And as you can see, I'm going to I have the ability to erase some of the effects. And if I switch to more grayish color, you have a really subtle effect. Maybe in this area we wanted less effect. Alright, and if you somehow change your mind, just switch to black and bring back them. Alright, now. And yep, that's looking good. In the next part, we're going to add color and use anchor point to drive our color, and after that our roughness. So they bring back everything to see all together. Alright, that's looking good. So let me paint out some of these areas, and maybe this area, and have a little bit of dents. Alright, looking good. We don't have to work with this folder. We're done with the height, and yep, in the next part we're going to add colors.